I got tickets to Romantasy BookCon. I am so jacked, so excited. It's put on by Fabled Fantasy Events, and it's going to be in LA February 20th through the 22nd, and it's going to be huge. Like, they've got a midnight masquerade ball, bookish tattoo artists, bookish vendors, a million new friends to meet, authors to meet, and books to get signed. The reason I've even heard of this event is because I'm signed up for Penn Cole's newsletter, the author of Kindred's Curse Saga, like Spark of the Everflame. That book, that series is the only thing that pulled me out of my ACOTAR reading slump way back when you remember that feeling when you finish ACOTAR and you think you're gonna die because nothing will ever be as good. So I love that so much, and my whole entire goal for 2025 was to meet Penn Cole and get her to sign the 3 hardcover books that I have. So these are the out of print ones, and I have all 3 of them, and I want her to sign them. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. I'm in the process of moving right now, actually. Like, I just moved into this house, and this is the only chair that I have. It's a cooler, an empty one, and that's what I'm sitting on talking to you right now. So I haven't been paying that close attention to the different posts that Fabled Fantasy Events has put up, or the Discord app chat, which actually would have been very helpful for me to do, so that's totally my fault. But I was devastated, absolutely heartbroken, because there's a difference between the authors that are going. Some authors are ticketed and some authors are not ticketed. So the non-ticketed authors are going to be at their booth for the entire 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and you can go up and see them anytime you want. The other authors that they are thinking are going to have very, very long lines so that things don't get out of control, they call them ticketed authors. You don't have to actually get a physical ticket. You do need to sign up for a specific time, but they only have limited time slots. Basically, all of our hopes and dreams were shattered to pieces. Everybody that's going to Romantasy BookCon has to get on the app all at the exact same specified time. They're gonna unlock the ticketed authors, and then you have to hurry and sign up for them. So I got on FaceTime with my cousin Kayla, who is going with me to Romantasy BookCon. We made the perfect game plan. Like, we literally half hour by half hour mapped out and planned our entire Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the entire time we're going to be there. So basically what happened was everybody got on that app at the exact same time. They unlocked it at exactly 5, 6, 7 p.m., depending on your time zone. And every single ticketed author was fully booked for the entire weekend within like 4 minutes. I had no idea it was going to be that crazy. That was wild. I got a couple of authors. One of them was Raven Kennedy, so that was a huge score. The other one is Laura Thalassa, and then I got Hannah Nicole Mayer, but I didn't get Penn Cole. Within 4 minutes, every single author was completely booked, fully booked. I was not expecting that. I did not plan correctly. However, some of these ticketed authors saw that a lot of people were sad because they didn't get their author that they really wanted to sign and meet. They extended their times that they were going to be there. They committed to a few extra hours so that people could get signatures and meet and greets that they wanted. That amazing, so amazing. They set up another date and another time where you had to be on the app at the specific time. This time, me and Kayla did not FaceTime. We just got on the app, and it was go mode, absolute go mode. I just went into the search bar and typed in Penn Cole, and as soon as it opened, I booked the first one that I could see. So I got it. I got Penn Cole, and I got a whole handful of other ticketed authors. Let's go over all of the authors that I am actually signed up for, that I'm going to meet, and then all of the books that I'm going to try to read in the next 2 months. For the ticketed authors that I'm going to meet, I guess this isn't part of my TBR because I've already read it, but obviously I'm going to meet Penn Cole and have her sign. You get to have them sign 3 things, so I'm going to have her sign Spark of the Everflame and Glow and Heat, because that was my goal for this year, is to get her to sign those. So that is awesome. Next up on my TBR that I'm trying to cram in is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I'm not going to go over every single detail about all these books because this would be an hour and 45-minute long video. So I will go over them after I've read them because I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to read in the next 2 months. Then we got Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I got signed up for Danielle L. Jensen, and I'm going to have her sign A Fate Inked in Blood. I have not read this yet, so I'm adding this to my TBR. I know that everybody's saying great, great, great things about this. I just love Danielle L. Jensen anyways because of The Bridge Kingdom. So I might have her sign this too. Most of these books are on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're looking for some Kindle Unlimited Romantasy books, you should look into literally every single one of these. But I loved The Bridge Kingdom, so I was so excited to get her. And then we have got Raven Kennedy. She wrote Guild and this whole entire series. I have not read this yet, actually. So this also goes on my list. I'm not going to try to read the whole entire series in the next 2 months, but I am going to try to at least read the first book because I don't want to go up to her booth and be like, oh, hey, I have not read this, but will you sign it anyway? And then for the other ticketed authors that I got Kristen Cicerelli. Cicerelli. That's one of my biggest fears is that I'm going to go up to an author and then accidentally pronounce their name wrong. Like, you can love their book so much and then not even have thought about the fact that you don't know how to pronounce their name. I have not actually read Heartless Hunter, and I know that she's got that second one to Heartless Hunter coming out in February. So I'm going to pre-order that and try to get her to sign both of those. But Heartless Hunter, for sure, I'm going to read in the next 2 months. And then we got Hannah Nicole Mayer. So adding to the list of my TBR is Apprentice to the Villain because I've already read Assistant to the Villain. And then I just want to do honorable mentions for these ticketed authors that I did not get. The one that I am really sad about is Callie Hart, but I knew that that was a long shot. So many people want Callie Hart. She wrote Quicksilver. I actually just finished Quicksilver, and it was amazing. It actually was fantastic. I can't get it out of my head. I feel like I'm still stuck in that world. So that I appreciate a lot. I think that was a really good one. I would have loved to meet Callie Hart and had her sign a book, but there will be other festivals and other times to do that. Another one was Hafsa Faisal. She wrote A Tempest of Tea. I have not read that yet. And then Victoria Aveyard. She wrote Red Queen in that series, which I have heard such great things about and I really want to read. Those were on my TBR, but I am going to take them off for now. On to my list of non-ticketed author books that I'm adding to my TBR. The first one I'm the most excited about is Demi Winters. She wrote The Road of Bones, and let me tell you that Viking romantasy was not something I realized I needed in my life, and now I am obsessed, absolutely obsessed. This was so well written. Such a good book. The Road of Bones is absolutely amazing. So she's got a second book coming out that I'm adding to my TBR in these next 2 months called Kingdom of Claw. And I am going to be having her sign that. So the next book I'm adding to this absolutely insane TBR is A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark. I'm going to just try to only read the first book in that series and try not to like down the whole entire series because I am trying to cram in as many books and authors as possible. Carissa Weeks also is going to be there. She wrote The Witch Collector, and I have not gotten to read that yet. Nisha J. Tooley. See, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Let me know if I'm not pronouncing that right. But she wrote Trial of the Sun Queen, and I have not read that yet. Abigail Owen is going to be there, and she wrote, I actually have this one because I'm a sucker for some sprayed edges. She wrote The Games Gods Play. I have heard such good things about this. Look at these edges. Look at that. Next up on the list is A Coup of Tea by Casey Blair. And then we have Promised in Fire by Jasmine Walt. The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. Like, I cannot believe that I haven't read this one yet because pirates, like, it's pirates and I am obsessed and I want to read it so bad, and I completely forgot that I haven't even read this one yet. So going to the top of the TBR, we have Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. I actually know absolutely nothing about this book whatsoever. I just think the cover is so pretty and I remember seeing it before, and basically to get added to this TBR list, all you have to do is be a book that I've seen before and that has kind of intrigued me for some reason or another. I think the book looks absolutely gorgeous, and so I want to read it. It's going on the TBR. And then another one that got me. I'm just a sucker for these sprayed edges. The Courting of Bristow Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Two of these are books that I bought for myself when I was trying to heal my broken heart when I initially didn't get Penn Cole as a signing author. But I'm not sad about it. I'm actually really excited. One thing I'm a huge sucker for is a fairy tale retelling. So when I was deep diving on these authors, I found another couple of authors that I've literally never heard of before. And that's kind of like what this is all about, right? Like you want to go to a BookCon or book festival, mostly to make new friends, but like second, to find authors that you have never heard of before. So I have 2 more books to add to my TBR. Brandy June, she wrote Gold Spun. I think the cover of this book is gorgeous, and it's a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and Rumpelstiltskin, he is my favorite. Rumpelstiltskin is one of my absolute favorite fairy tales, and I will stop everything I'm doing to read a Rumpelstiltskin retelling at any time. Another author I found, I believe is pronounced Tassandra Odette. She actually wrote quite a few retellings. I think that she just came out with one not too long ago that's kind of getting some tractions called Dreams So Wicked. I think it is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. I am intrigued. These books look gorgeous. They sound fun. And so I want to read at least one of hers and add it to the list. I might do her most recent one because they're all written to be like standalones, but I am adding that to my TBR too. So that brings my grand total. Oh yeah. And then there was one more. They had some late additions to the authors that are going to be there. And Geneva Lee that wrote Filthy Rich Fate is going to be there. I haven't read this book yet, but I have heard good things about it. So I'm also adding that to my TBR. So I believe that brings my grand total to 20 books. If I can get all of these 20 books read, oh my God, wait, I forgot one. Give me 1 second. I saw this at Barnes & Noble and it was like half off and it had sprayed edges and it looks so cool and so fun. The sticker said $5 off, and then when she looked at it and rang it up, she was like, oh, actually this is half off. So anyways, I've never heard of this author before, C.C. Robson, and I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I think it's C.C. Robson. This sounds amazing. Enter the arena, seize 2 weapons, now try to survive. I mean, look at this. I've never even heard of this author before or this book before, and this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. So, okay, so we're at 21 now. I'm at 21 books to read if the government doesn't shut down CapCut as a video editing software, and then I don't have to spend a long time learning a new software. I will be back very soon to tell you about all of the books that I have read and what I think of them so far, right before I go to Romantasy BookCon. And then I'm going to make a whole entire video about actually being at Romantasy BookCon so that you can see it through the eyes of my camera and see if maybe you want to go to the next one that they're going to have in October 2025. If you have any comments about like which books I should read first, or which books you liked, which books you didn't, any questions about the con or anything like that, or if you're even going to the BookCon and want to like say hi and we can become friends before we even go there, that would be awesome. That would be really cool. So I need to get reading, and I will see you in the next video.